What is up, Maniacs? It is your boy Havoc. And it's funny because this isn't drama about like crimes being committed. Well, technically it is. It's just a different type of crime. Like this time, children are not being messed with. We've got something just a little bit different, and it actually has to do with non-Sonic fans, but this time people that are actually working with Sega. We have an article here via the game developer website, and it has to do with Gioeli. I don't know how you pronounce the name, but Johnny is suing Sega over Sonic Adventure 2's Live and Learn theme song, and I think he specifically just wants royalties. I'm gonna call this video something stupid like the Gioeli, or the fucking Crush40 situation is crazy, something stupid like that. I don't know, but I'm mainly talking about this because, again, I'm trying to take a break from the standard brand of drama. I feel like this is different enough to where it doesn't actually break the fact that I'm trying to take a break here. I don't even know when this video is going to go up, but I just decided I can't fucking sleep. I might as well make a video real quick about this. So, it says as follows. From man, Johnny Gioeli claims Sega has spent 23 years using the hit song Live and Learn in dozens of media outside Sonic Adventure 2 without properly compensating him for it. Sega of America is being taken to court by Johnny Gioeli, a musician for the rock band Crush40. The band is best known for creating Sonic Adventure 2's theme Live and Learn, and he alleges Sega is in breach of contract over the iconic song. In addition to seeking financial compensation from Sega, he wants the court to conclusively establish who owns it. In the December filed lawsuit, Gioeli claims to have the master recording and composition of the song, which he reportedly created and produced in his own home without any involvement from Sega. He further accuses the publisher of exploiting and licensing the song to over 24 games, shows, and live performances without his knowledge. Gioeli states that he was first made aware of the song's presence in other media earlier this year. Game-wise, Live and Learn has been featured in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, the Nintendo 3DS and Wii U versions of Super Smash Bros. 4, and Yakuza 4 and 5. Its inclusion in non-Sonic Adventure 2 titles is as recent as 2021's Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. I have no idea how Johnny is just now figuring out that his song is being used in media that's not necessarily Sonic Adventure 2, because we've heard Live and Learn heard in all kinds of different media outside of Sonic Adventure 2, and I guess Johnny maybe just does not play the games, which is understandable. I'm sure he's a very busy guy, so it's understandable that maybe he wasn't aware of this. I do think, as someone who's paid so much attention to the franchise, it is crazy to think about him not realizing this, but it's not impossible. Since 2001, Crush40 has become commonly associated with the Sonic franchise and made songs for later Sonic games like Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog. However, he argued that in those instances, he and Sega reached specific agreements that addressed those songs' rights or master recordings, which did not happen with Live and Learn. The lawsuit acknowledges that Live and Learn may be jointly owned by the two parties. Should that be the case, it argues Sega's ownership would be expressly limited to the lyrics themselves. Without a direct claim for authorship of the master, no control or direct involvement in the process of creating the final master recording, and no clear written transfer of the master, Sega has no basis to claim sole ownership of the copyright in this sound recording, the suit reads. It further cited a prior statement from a Sega attorney which noted the song's rights are Gioeli's and not Sega's, and we have no rights to these materials. Despite that, and a letter from a separate Sega lawyer who called the song a joint work in April, Gioeli claims Sega refuses to name him an owner or give him 50% of the song's profits he is entitled to. John Gioeli's full lawsuit against Sega of America can be read here. I'm not going to read the entire lawsuit, but I will link it in case anybody else that's has more information or more background in law wants to look at this a little bit deeper. Now, my opinion on this is as follows. If that was the decision that Sega went with, when it comes to, Johnny and Crush40 and Live and Learn, that they are supposed to be joint like owners, and they are supposed to like share proceeds when the songs are used, then you'd think that Johnny would actually be made aware of where the song is being used. Now, it is crazy that this is being brought up like right now, and why Johnny wasn't keeping a better, better tabs on where his songs were being used outside of specifically just in this situation. However, I do have a lot of respect for Johnny, so I do hope that he actually actually gets what he's owed. I don't know why he would lie about like not getting the proceeds and the the take that he's supposed to get from his song. And I also have no idea why Jun's not a part of this as well, because he's also another part of Sega. Now, you could argue that maybe Johnny himself specifically does not work for Sega, but specifically works as the the vocalist of Crush40, and he and Jun just came to the agreement to create Crush40, and Johnny doesn't actually directly work with Sega, which is, I guess that is possible, but that is weird, because Johnny, from what I remember, has actually helped with the lyrics of other songs that aren't necessarily Crush40 songs as well. Like he primarily helped, I believe, with the official variation of His World from Sonic 06. If I remember correctly, he worked on the lyrics for that song. Now, again, it is possible that he just offered his help, so he's not directly like someone that works with for Sega. He's specifically someone that works with Sega. That is also a possibility. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But this also opens up something that I remember, and it's about the rapper hunnid-p. If you guys remember, the rapper hunnid-p, he did not gain any royalties for his work on Sonic Adventure 2, and I got that information from LS Mark. So if Johnny actually did end up winning the lawsuit and getting some kind of like compensation for his work on Live and Learn, and actually ended up becoming the quote-unquote sole, I guess, owner of the song, what would that then mean for other vocalists that have worked on Sonic Team's music? Because there are several other vocalists that have specifically worked on Sonic Team's music before, for like the vocal tracks primarily that I'm thinking of, like say Bentley Jones or Julian K, or the people from Rumblebee. I just wonder, like, this seems like a slippery slope. And again, I want the artists to be able to get everything that they are due, but of course there are contracts to think about, and we have to make sure that contracts aren't being, like broken or tampered with or anything like that. That's the main thing that I'm worried about. I think other people have talked about this as well already, so I kind of just wanted to give my 2 cents on it, and I'm probably not going to rush this out or anything like that. I'll probably have this video go out on the, upcoming Monday, because I'm most likely going to be working that day. But I just wanted to look into this because I was hearing about it, but I wasn't exactly sure what was going on with this. Now that I have a better idea of what's happening, I'm definitely going to keep tabs on this situation, see if, like, Johnny actually ends up, like, winning this lawsuit. Because if he doesn't, then there's a very large chance that Johnny is probably not going to be working with Sega all that much anymore. And if he does win the lawsuit, well, I suppose that there's a chance then that Sega just won't want to work with him, because they probably will see him as like a diva or someone that's going to make things harder on them, which honestly at this point wouldn't bug me as much as it like did back in like the Meta era. Because in the Meta era, I was really missing like Johnny and everything having to do with the Dreamcast era of like music and just the Dreamcast era in general, early modern era, because we have to include like 06 and Unleashed, because technically those were part of the early modern era. Like that was a very nice like era of Sonic as well. But at this point, there are other like amazing like artists and vocalists, so I don't think I would miss Johnny as much as I like would in the past. Like, if Johnny's got to go and work on other stuff because, he's getting too, like, he being too much of a diva, then that's understandable. And if Sega has to let him go, then they have to let him go. But again, just wanted to give my thoughts on this. Let me know what you guys think of all of this in the comments down below. Like, sub, all that good shit. And as always, I'm Havoc and I hate humanity. Stay tuned.